Hello friends, welcome to DevOps Hint. In today's session, we are going to learn how to install MongoDB on Amazon Linux 2 and how to access using Compass. So in this video, we are going to cover these 3 points: how to create Amazon Linux 2 EC2 instance in the AWS, and how to install MongoDB on Amazon. And third and last one, how to access MongoDB using Compass. So firstly, we need to create an instance that Amazon Linux to EC2 instance. So firstly, we need to log into our console. So you can see here, I have already logged in. Now we are going to create EC2 instance. So firstly, click on launch instances. Then, as you know, you can here choose an AMI. So here I will choose Amazon Linux 2. So you can see here the first option. So click on select. Now choose instance type. So here you can see here they give us by default t2.micro. So if you want another, then you can select. Now click on next. Then configure instance. So here you can specify the number of instance you want. Then click on next. Then add storage. So they give us by default give us 8 GB free size. So if you want more, then you can specify here. Then click on next. Now add tags. So give any meaningful name to your instance. So here I will assign Amazon Linux 2. Then click on next. Now configure security group. So click on select, then select default, because default means default VPC security group, and they click on review and launch. Now the last step is review. So review once it's correct or not. So yeah, it's correct. Now click on launch. So you can see here, select an existing key pair or create a new key pair. So I have already a key pair, so that's why I the Windows RSA. So now click on I acknowledged and click on launch instances. So you can see here your instances are now launching. So if you scroll down, you can see here view instances. So you can see here our instance Amazon Linux 2 instance state is pending. So after some time it's running. So you can see here instance state is running. So select your instance and go to the details. So you can see your IP address. So copy the IP address, and here I'm using MobiX term to connect my terminal. So click on session and paste the IP address and specify username. So for Amazon Linux 2, the specify default username is ec2-user. Then advanced SSH setting, then use private key, and here you need to give a path of your .pem file, that means your key pair. Then click on OK. So you can see our terminal is ready. So now we are going to install MongoDB on Amazon Linux 2. So firstly, now we are going to the official page of MongoDB. So you can see the documentation of MongoDB. You can see install MongoDB Community Edition on Amazon Linux. So if you scroll down, you can see Linux 2 or Amazon Linux. So here we are using Amazon Linux 2. So now if you scroll down, so you can say the first step, configure the packages management system. So firstly, run this command to configure system packages. And here you need to add this code. Then save the file and exit. Now, next step is install the MongoDB packages. So now we are going to install MongoDB. So run this command to install MongoDB. So you can see here it's installing. So you can see here the message complete. So now it's done. So now next step is to install a specific release of MongoDB, specify each component packages individually and append the version number to the package's name. So for that, run this command. So it's done. Now next step is, you can see here, you can specify any available version of MongoDB. So for that, run this command. Then if you scroll down, so now, yes, now we are going to start our MongoDB. So firstly, we are going to check the status of our MongoDB. So firstly, check the status. So you can see the status active, inactive, date. So firstly, we need to start our MongoDB. So for that, run this command, start. Now we are going to check the status of our MongoDB. So you can see here running. So now it's done. So now go to our second step, that now reload the system daemon to apply changes. So run this command to apply changes. So it's done. So now we are going to enable MongoDB at system startup. So for that, run this command. So it's also done. So now the fourth step is allow remote access. So open MongoDB configuration file. So open this file and change bin IP by adding require. So firstly, run this command to open this configuration file. Here you can see a bin IP address. So now we are going to change the bin IP address 0.0.0.0. Sorry, 0.0.0.0 means any IP address. So save the file and exit. Now the fifth step is configuring MongoDB administrator username. So run this command. So firstly, you need to restart when you apply changes in configuration file, means when you change the bin IP address, so you need to restart MongoDB. So run this command to restart. Now we are going to configuring MongoDB administrator username. So firstly, run the command mongo, and here use admin, then switch to admin. So now here we are going to create the administrator username and set password for the username. So here I'm assigning username sample and password. So it's done. So exit. Now enable MongoDB authentication. So open this directory. So open this directory and add the below line and add this line. Save the file and exit. Then now connect to the MongoDB shell using this command. Now we are going to connect to MongoDB. So run this command. So here our username is sample and enter the password. Then run this command. So you can see your username and the database. So it's done. So now our second point also done. So now we are going to our third and last point, that is how to access MongoDB using Compass. So firstly, you need to install MongoDB Compass in your system. So you can see here I have already installed. So now we are going to how to access MongoDB using Compass. So firstly you need to install. So you can see here. So now click on fill in connection fields individually. So click on this. And here firstly we need to paste the IP address. So our instance IP address. So here our instance, so copy the IP address and paste in host name. Then in authentication, need to choose username and password. So our username is sample and enter a password. Now click on connect. So you can see it's done. Our database name admin config and local. So it's successfully. So we are going to successfully access MongoDB using Compass. So in this video, we have learned how to install MongoDB on Amazon Linux 2 and how to access MongoDB using Compass. So thank you for watching our video. I hope you like the video and it's helpful to you. So please like, share and subscribe our DevOps channel.